Thank you so much for attending my presentation on the craziest moves in Pokemon, and first let's give them a proper introduction. This shit is really fucked up. Like, dude, this shit is crazy. 150 base power is Hyper Beam damage, and unlike the infamous normal move, it doesn't really have a downside. But it does have a condition that's extremely important. The less HP you have relative to your maximum, the less damage the move does. This stipulation is vital, as without it they'd be running around completely unchecked. There are also spread moves, and while that does reduce damage by a bit in doubles, it's still very difficult to deal with. It's obvious why these moves are so good, but let's dive a little deeper. Because of how they work, they thrive when you get to go first, not even giving your opponent a chance to deal any damage. This means that running speed control like Trick Room or Tailwind alongside it is fantastic. Because of their aforementioned spread damage trait, they're also absolutely amazing in doubles. The power reduction really isn't a big deal either. You're still throwing off 112 base power stab attacks. All of this means that these HP dependent moves are seen much more often in doubles. The ability to impact your speed with support mons like Tornadus, Cresselia, or Fluttermane is massive, and since you don't even need to switch out, you have more turns to take advantage. They are still seen in singles though. Typhlosion in particular loves running Explosion on Scarf or even spec sets to dish out amazing damage against slower pokes. So how are you supposed to beat them? Well, they have a few glaring flaws that are pretty exploitable. First off is the most obvious, just deal damage. Even a little bit is enough to knock it down a significant amount. This is most easily done with priority, ignoring their buff speed and going right for the throat. Pokemon like Dragonite excel at this, running extreme speed to chip them down before they can move. You can also deny speed control. This is harder but very possible with taunt and counter speed control. If your opponent is running Trick Room and DD alongside Torkoal for example, you can use a non-prankster taunt or read a Trick Room with your own and reset it. Finally, all the Pokemon that learn these moves aren't really that strong. Most of them have attacking stats in the mid 80s, not enough to fully compensate. However, there's one big exception that I haven't mentioned yet. Kyogre. The Sea Demon's sky-high special attack stat lets it ignore this problem and deal some of the most insane damage in the game. This is only made more deadly by its ability, which sets the fucking rain and boosts water moves even further. Let's play a little game. The fan favorite segment, Math with Boingus, has returned, and we have a doozy of a question here today. Does 252 plus special attack Choice Specs Water Spout in the rain pick up a knockout on notoriously bulky resist Tapu Fini? Feel free to pause, reread the question, and advance to our final slide when you're ready. In conclusion, yeah, that kills, and it's not even that close. This genre of moves is extremely interesting and some of the most unique in the game. Despite their overwhelming concept, they actually tend to be pretty balanced, albeit a bit annoying to play against. Thank you so much for watching.